Hey, what is up, good peoples? It's good to be back. I'm here to give my thoughts and reactions to this new trailer that was released by Zeus Network for the Baddies Caribbean reunion. So it's a reunion trailer. I didn't use it as is, but I did edit it. We had trouble saying that. And I also just kind of chose the figures that I thought was important to me. So I didn't use all of it. If it looks a little different, it's because of my work, the work that I put into it. But so I'm gonna speak about that, and I'm just gonna tell you guys in advance that I used the meatball squabble with Tinkerbella. I used the DTB squabble, that's Diamond the Body, ETB versus Tasiki. I used that, and I used the Broly versus ET slash Scarface. So I used that. But I want to talk about this season real quick, or give my thoughts about this season. I wasn't really feeling it. It had good scenery because these women were able to travel the Caribbean, and they went to all these different islands. That was beautiful, but I don't even know if they even got to enjoy it because they were bickering the whole damn time. I'm really into storylines. That's really important to me. Like if I'm investing my time into a program, it's very important to me. Um, so certain people stand out to me. I'm, real quick. In my area, Meatball is from my area. She's from Philadelphia. I didn't particularly care for her this season. I didn't. Um, Yeah, that's not bad to say. So yeah, I didn't particularly care for her. I wasn't moved by her. I'm gonna use that term. I wasn't moved by her. I'm never moved by Biggie. So I didn't even use what small little footage they showed of her on the reunion trailer. I don't really care for Biggie at all. I think she's a punk. You don't allow people to slap you and don't square up. You know what I mean? Like you don't do that. She run from phase, and it's not even all about fighting, but like to allow somebody to disrespect you in that type of way, or little girl you or son you in that way, like that's not a good look, especially when you're as big as Biggie. And if you guys remember Biggie's first season, how she was bullying um Stunner Girl. And not just my words, Biggie said that. She was like, I'm bullying the hell out of you. She said that on a live that she did. So I didn't care for that. And look at what she's doing now. Like what, 3 seasons deep later? I think she's been on there 3 seasons or whatever. So I don't even particularly care for her. I felt like going back to Meatball. I felt like Meatball was whining all of this season. And she even cried bully that people were bullying her. That's when she tried J.O., and she effed around and she found out. J.O. was not playing with her. Um J.O. is the only reserve. That's the term that they're using now rather than replacement. But she's the only replacement that I kind of feel. Um, Big Kiva, I don't really feel her like that. And the other reserves, I don't really feel them. Big Kiva, I think she's a bag of mouth. Um, Anna did get in the paint. She did get in the fields at this reunion, which was shocking to me. But yeah. Um, Going back to Biggie, Biggie, she just needs to shut her mouth. I feel like her bark doesn't match her bite. That's it, and that's all. And no, you don't have to fight to come on this damn show. Yeah, you can show a different side that you could be a baddie without having to be violent. You can. It's possible. Let me get to this the footage and my editing. Do this. Take this loop off. That's better. Okay, let me take that off. Cool. Okay, so this is what I have. So first, I'm going to show. Let's see, what do I have? Meatball versus Tinkerbella. I slowed it down so you guys can see all that occurred. All that occurred. Um, I've heard some people say particular things happened that when once I slowed it down, I could see that it did not happen at all. So here's Meatball versus Tinkerbella. Okay, so that was all the footage. Of course, it wasn't all together like that on the trailer that Zeus put out, but I put my editing skills to work. And yeah, so that's what you got. You can see the crowd cheering for it. Meatball has a large following. Like she was somebody before she even came on the show. And people kind of used the show to elevate and to grow their audience or whatever. So people were like cheering for her. Tinkerbella, we really didn't know of her until she got on the show. But it seemed like Tinkerbella's popularity has shot up. She's doing like she's booked and busy. She's getting gigs, getting interviews, putting herself out there. She even has music out, a rap album. But Meatball, she actually licked her tongue out, and her tongue had like a white coating. I noticed. Like, so moving on, I'm going to the clip that they have of Rolly versus E.T. Scarface. I want to talk about that.
Scarface to the stage. Hey, thank you. I gave you a chocolate and like I won't walk up on you.
Okay. So you can see Scarface with the Dora Explorer wig that she had on, her going up against Rolly. I actually kind of like Rolly. I actually kind of like Rolly, and I feel like ET's Scarface, like her audience. Put it like this: her fan base. A lot of the people that are into her, they're like very young. They're like the ages of 12, 13, and 14. I feel like they're annoying as fuck. As well too. They try to go back. When I give criticisms, like in the comment section, they're like tailgating me on my heels and shit, trying to tell me otherwise. And I'm not going back and forth with no children. I have my own children. Um, I'm not going back and forth with them. Anyway, and so the last clip that oh, well, no, before I go into the last clip, you can see that ET fell, and one of her fans, I believe it was, like a low key fan of ET Scarface, they were saying that ET got to punch um Rolly before she fell down. That's not true. You guys can actually watch it again. Let me play it again. But when ET went to run up, Rolly had threw like liquid or something that got on the floor that allowed ET, that caused ET to slip, and the security that was running behind, they both fell. Check it out one more time.
Scarface to the stage. Hey, thank you. I gave you a chocolate and like I won't walk up on you.
So as you can see, there was no punch that was delivered. ET did try to keep herself up by grabbing on Rolly and bringing her down, but you're not going to bring Rolly down. That's still a big girl, even after all, a big woman, even after all of her surgeries. Like, you're not taking her down. So ET got pummeled a little, at least in that clip. We haven't seen the entirety of the reunion yet, and that's to be aired October the 6th. Okay, so I'll be there waiting, like by my television, come October the 6th to watch that. Um, in the meantime and in between time, do me a favor, you guys. Please like the video and share it out if you can to help me with my reach. And also, if you are not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Okay? Thank you guys so much for that. And last but not least, we're going to watch DTB. I feel like DTB is a whole clout chase. And I'm not moved by her. I don't particularly care for her, but I do think she makes good TV. But she's a bit of a chameleon as well. And that whole little sympathy tour that she went on after she got knuckled up by Tasiki. Um, Look, I wasn't buying none of that. Like when she was crying on television, talking about, "Oh my, I'm ending my reality TV career." I didn't believe it then, and now she's on the new season of Baddies Midwest, which have not aired yet. Okay, but let's play this reunion footage. Here goes DTB versus Tasiki.
Are we lining it up? Are we talking? Like,
Yay! So you can see how she got handled. I'm gonna play that one more time.
are we lining it up? Are we talking? Like,
So, of course, this is not the entirety of the squabble, but Diamond, you got what you asked for. You got your answer. Are we talking or are we lining it up? You're lining it up. That's what you're out there to do. So you got to handle by, by Big Tasiki, not the little one, but by Big Tasiki. Okay. So that's what I have. That's the work that I put into the editing that I did. Yeah, and those were the only squabbles on the trailer that was worth my efforts. My commentary efforts, I felt, my editing efforts, and my time. But with that, I'm about to get off of here very, very shortly. Okay. Let's see, sub to the channel. I'm just looking for okay, my outro. Here we go. But thank you guys so much for your click and your view. Appreciate you. Again, make sure you sub to the channel.